Okay, so get this right. You go to a hospital, you're worried, you need help, and you see a doctor,
Hmm.
someone in a white coat.
Yeah.
You think, okay, I'm in good hands.
Right.
But then what if, and this is a chilling thought, what if that doctor, the person you're trusting with your life, is
Yeah.
completely fake?
Whoa, that sends shivers down my spine.
No kidding. That's exactly what seems to have happened in Damoh district in Madhya Pradesh, India,
But,
at a hospital, get this, called Mission Hospital.
wow, Mission Hospital.
Yeah, ironic, right. So today we're going to untack this wild story, a deep dive into how this could even happen.
Like, what went wrong?
Exactly. How did this guy, who we're hearing, might have gone by Dr. Narendra John Kam,
Okay.
maybe an alias, could be Narendra Vikramaditya Yadav. How did he pull this off?
Hmm.
He was doing serious stuff like angiographies and angioplasties.
Right, those are not simple procedures.
No, not at all. We're talking about heart procedures, real delicate, serious business.
And people are going to him, trusting him with their hearts, literally.
It's terrifying to think about.
Absolutely.
And the worst part, it gets really heavy here. 7 patients who had procedures done by this alleged fake doctor, they didn't make it.
Oh, my goodness.
7 families now grappling with the loss of their loved ones.
Devastating.
And the added pain of knowing it might have been preventable, just awful.
It makes you wonder, how did this go unnoticed?
That's the million-dollar question. Thankfully, some folks started noticing. Whispers turned into serious concerns.
Ah, so people were talking.
Yeah, it got to Dr. M.K. Jain. He's the Chief Medical and Health Officer for Damoh District.
Right.
And he said, hold up, something's not right here, and launched an investigation.
Good for him, taking action.
Yeah, absolutely. He put together a team of government doctors, serious folks,
Yeah.
to figure out what went down at Mission Hospital.
So, like, a full-on investigation.
Full on, not messing around.
Got it.
And what they found is pretty shocking. Dr. Kam, or whatever his real name is, wasn't even registered with the Madhya Pradesh Medical Council.
Oh, hold on. Not registered.
Boop.
So, basically, practicing without a license.
Exactly. A huge red flag right there. Like, how do you even get a job at a hospital without that?
You would think that'd be the first thing they check, right?
You think so?
It's unbelievable.
It gets worse. The deeper they dug, the more it looked like his whole persona, his degrees, everything, completely fabricated.
So, like a total con artist.
Seems that way. This wasn't some small mistake. This was a whole, constructed identity.
Oh, man.
And the Madhya Pradesh Medical Council, they're the ones who give the official okay for doctors to practice.
Right, they verify everything.
Yeah, education, training, the whole 9 yards. So working without their registration, that's not just a whoopsie, that's a serious offense.
It makes you question how he slipped through the cracks.
Big time.
Yeah.
So with all this coming out, the authorities had to step in.
What does he do?
They filed a first information report, that's FIR for short, at the Damoh Kotwali police station.
Okay.
This was on Sunday, April 6th, 2025.
So pretty recent.
Yeah, very recent. Now the legal wheels are turning.
What are the charges?
Well, under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, that's India's main criminal code,
Right.
there are some serious charges causing death by negligence,
Oh.
endangering life and safety, and
And
fraud.
It's a laundry list.
No kidding. And get this, there are also charges under the MP Ayurvedic Adhiniyam.
Ayurvedic. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, it makes you think, was he messing around with traditional medicine too?
And maybe this goes even deeper than we initially thought.
Could be.
Huh.
The investigation is still going on, but so far it seems like our Dr. Kam might have a bit of a shady past.
Shady how?
There are reports saying he was wanted in Telangana for another criminal case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they haven't said exactly what for yet,
Okay.
but it definitely doesn't look good.
No, not at all. It makes you wonder if this whole doctor thing was just another scam.
It's a good question. But wait, there's more. They're now saying he might have completely stolen the identity of a real British cardiologist.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, a Professor N. John Kam.
That's bold.
Bold is an understatement. Like, this guy was going for the big leagues of deception.
Poor Professor Kam. His name dragged into this mess.
I know, right? Talk about a reputation hit.
And how did he even pick that name? Just out of thin air.
Well, they're thinking maybe he saw it somewhere, maybe online, and thought, hey, that'll work.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
And if that wasn't strange enough, get this. They found an X account, Twitter linked
Yeah.
to this fake doctor.
So he was active online.
Oh, yeah. And some of his posts were, well, let's just say out there.
Like what?
He once suggested sending Yogi Adityanath, that's the UP chief minister,
I know who he is.
right, sending him to France to handle riots.
What? That's a bizarre suggestion.
Totally out of left field.
What was he thinking?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But it gives you a peek into his, well, let's call it his unique way of thinking.
Yeah, unique is one way to put it.
But wait, there's more.
More?
Oh, yeah. It seems he even photoshopped himself into pictures with big shot politicians.
No way.
Seriously, like there he is with Yogi Adityanath,
Hmm?
and then there he is with Nitish Kumar, the chief minister of Bihar.
Like trying to make himself look important.
Exactly. It's like he was trying so hard to create this image of power and influence, probably to make people trust him more.
Desperate times, desperate measures, I guess.
And it might have worked if it wasn't for this one guy, Deepak Tiwari. He's a local advocate and head of Damoh's District Child Welfare Committee.
Okay.
But he's also the reason this whole thing came crashing down. He was the whistleblower.
So he noticed something was off.
Yeah, he was like, this doesn't add up, and started asking questions. He didn't let it go.
Good for him.
He went straight to the Damoh District Administration. And then he went even further, filed a complaint with the National Human Rights Commission, the NHRC.
Whoa, he went all the way to the top.
He knew this was serious.
And the NHRC, they got involved.
Yeah, big time. They sent a team down to Damoh, led by Priyank Kanungo.
Oh, wow.
They arrived on Monday, April 7th.
So just yesterday.
Yep, fresh off the press. And they're going to be there till Wednesday, getting to the bottom of this whole mess.
That's good. Seems like they're taking this really seriously.
Absolutely. They're going to be talking to everyone, the families who lost loved ones, the hospital staff, everyone.
Trying to piece together what happened.
Exactly. And they'll be looking at all the paperwork, the hospital records, everything to figure out how this could have happened.
It's a massive undertaking.
No kidding. Meanwhile, the police are also doing their own investigation, led by District Police Superintendent Shritkirti Samvanshi.
So both the NHRC and the police are on the case.
Full force. They're trying to track down the families of the victims, gather evidence, build a solid legal case.
So they can bring him to justice.
Exactly. But there's one big problem. The fake doctor, Dr. Kam, or whoever he is, he's vanished.
Oh no, he disappeared.
Poof, gone. No one knows where he is.
That's going to make things harder.
Way harder. But it does kind of make you think,
Wow.
maybe he knows he messed up big time.
Running from the consequences.
Could be. So now we're left with this giant question mark. How did this happen?
Yeah, how could this guy operate as a cardiologist doing all these procedures and no one noticed?
It boggles the mind. I mean, did they even check his credentials?
You'd assume so, right? Especially in a hospital with people's lives on the line.
You'd think. It's like they just took his word for it.
Maybe they didn't do proper background checks either.
It's hard to believe they wouldn't, right? But here we are.
This whole thing just highlights the importance of having strong systems in place.
No kidding. Systems that actually check, systems that verify, systems that protect people.
Yeah, like layers of checks and balances.
Exactly. It shouldn't be this easy to just waltz into a hospital and pretend to be a doctor.
And it's not just about the hospital, right? We as patients, we need to be more vigilant too.
True. Maybe a little healthy skepticism is in order. I mean, is it really that weird to maybe, just maybe, peek at your doctor's qualifications?
Not at all. It's our health, our lives.
Exactly. This is serious stuff.
Absolutely. And for Mission Hospital, this is a huge blow.
Yeah, their reputation is pretty much shattered.
They dropped the ball big time.
No kidding. They have a lot to answer for.
They have to take responsibility for what happened.
And we can't forget the victims. 7 lives lost, 7 families forever changed.
It's heartbreaking.
Absolutely, and they deserve justice.
They deserve answers. They need to know how this could happen to their loved ones.
So where do we go from here? Well, the NHRC and the police, they're doing their thing.
We'll have to wait and see what they find.
Hopefully they'll find this Dr. Cam wherever he's hiding.
And if they do, he needs to face the consequences.
No question. But beyond that, we need to think bigger.
What do you mean?
This whole thing, it's a wake-up call. It shows us how fragile the system can be.
Yeah, it makes you question, are there other Dr. Cams out there?
That's the scary thought, isn't it? This could happen anywhere, so what can we do?
Well, for starters, we need to push for stronger oversight, better verification processes.
Absolutely, and not just in hospitals, but everywhere.
Exactly. We need to make it way harder for these kinds of scams to happen.
It's about protecting people, making sure everyone's safe.
And holding institutions accountable.
Exactly. So, listeners, this is a story that should stay with you. It's a reminder that we can't just blindly trust.
We need to be informed, We need to ask questions.
And we need to demand better from the systems that are supposed to be there to protect us.
Absolutely. This case is a tragedy, but maybe, just maybe, it can be a catalyst for change
Maybe it can be the thing that makes us all a little more vigilant, a little more aware.
and a little more determined to make sure something like this never happens again.
Because at the end of the day, we all deserve to feel safe when we seek help, especially when it comes to our health.
We deserve to know that the people we trust are who they say they are.
And we deserve a system that doesn't allow for these kinds of horrific failures.
Couldn't agree more.